Directors of a new documentary investigating Canterbury's Waterways are hoping their film will make the government take water quality more seriously. Directed by two local filmmakers, Seven Rivers Walking will premiere at the Christchurch International Film Festival this month, in a couple of weeks, I think. Logan Church reports.
It's not a greeny thing that we want clean waterways.
No one will really care until Christchurch runs out of water and they'll go, how did this happen?
Armed with a single camera, a $500 grant and some old Russian camera lenses, Christchurch filmmakers Kathleen Gallagher and Galen Barnes sought to answer the question, why aren't local rivers as clean as they used to be? The pair spent the last year investigating the waterways surrounding Christchurch, with the aim of highlighting New Zealand's water quality issues. Kathleen Gallagher says she hopes the film will inspire the audience to find solutions.
I think it's critical for the future of New Zealand. I think it's a shift that's required and that we're ready to do it. We're actually ready to make this shift now. It's not something in the future a long way away. It needs to happen immediately.
The 84-minute documentary ended up costing $140,000, with Kathleen and Galen dipping into their own pockets to make up the shortfall not funded by grants. But for Ms Barnes, the story is personal.
I live on the banks of the Heathcote Opawaho, and it's one of the most polluted rivers in the country. I walk down there often, and honestly there's rubbish. People just throw their rubbish. The other day I went there and someone had dropped asbestos on the side of the river. And the other day there's a burnt out car. And this is like 200 metres from where we edited the film.
One of the stars of the documentary is farm consultant John King. He visits farms, like this one, an hour south of Christchurch, advising farmers how they can both optimise output and protect their land and waterways. He says this film is timely, given many farmers tell him they don't know how to look after the rivers and lakes on their properties.
Farmers right now are physically and emotionally exhausted just trying to make a living, particularly after the last 2 or 3 years. And now they're being slapped about a bit because agribusiness in general has made it socially unacceptable to do environmentally sound practices. My role in the film is largely around the hope that farmers can do things differently to turn things around here.
Water quality has been in the spotlight this year, with the government announcing in February it wanted 90% of the country's lakes and rivers to be swimmable by 2040. Galen Barnes says that's not ambitious enough.
It's really about just having a greater appreciation of the whole ecology of the water system. And does the government get that? At the moment they need to do better.
Kathleen Gallagher says she didn't know what they would end up with when they started filming.
The process of making this film's been like being in a river and just running with the river the whole time, from February when we first started filming it. And it hasn't stopped. In fact, it's going faster and faster.
Ms Gallagher says she hopes people who see this film will learn how important it is to protect what she calls one of New Zealand's most precious resources. Seven Rivers Walking will premiere at the International Film Festival in Christchurch on the 19th of August. For Checkpoint, this is Logan Church.